Running through a list of my insecurities, and I fell asleep halfway through. Then I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me.
Welcome to 2K TV, Kevin Harlan. I can't tell you how surreal this is because I watch NBA games all year, and now I'm finally sitting across from you, and hearing you in real life is just so crazy
Well,
to
it's
me.
fun to be out with you.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, take it away.
The Bucks took a massive leap in coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling no doubt mutual. Thanks, DA. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense
for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here's Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
They get the rebound. Hachimura, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beal taking his time here. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's the floater. Beal can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off, and one stride gets by everybody.
Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Wall draws the double, and the pass to Bryant. Back to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Matthews. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Players have been dominant on the glass in the last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to rebounding, It's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Here's Bunga. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
The shot's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Wall. Following the basket by Chris Middleton. Bunga gets the bucket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Yep, that one goes.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. 8-point game. Wall wide open. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires from the wing. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Beal. And the rejection by Giannis.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Offline with the baseline jumper.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Offensive rebound. 2nd chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Hachimura's got 8.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. He's covered by Beal. That one good for 2.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Bledsoe against Wall. Outside Bryant. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Antetokounmpo, no good. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against New York. Stolen by Bledsoe. From deep 3-point range, Beal pulls it in.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And Washington has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Wall against Bledsoe. Good work there as it goes.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Payton, he's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for John Wall. Now Brown. George Hill missing on the three. And that one drops for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ilyasova. The baseline jumper goes down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's Hill penetrating, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 13.
The long strides of George Hill helping him gain some ground to take advantage of, and slices to the rim and scores.
The shot's good from Smith.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Lopez. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Brown the pass to Smith to the middle. And Mahinmi with the stuff.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
DiVincenzo. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Bucks leading by 13 from the wing. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They are coming into this having notched a game.
Yeah, it just felt to me like they wanted it more. I mean, didn't get down emotionally when they got behind. And how about that third quarter comeback? One for the ages.
Here's DiVincenzo after the basket by Washington. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
2 shots.
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Wagner, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential, and it wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez, they committed to Chris Middleton, and now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
Lopez, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Smith the pass to Wagner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Smith. How last month turned out for him, he's getting around 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And he makes the first. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. So he gets them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The drive by Lopez. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Payton kicks to Smith. Down low. Wagner, good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that one's good by Lopez. 1:57 left to play in the first. To the paint, here's Wagner, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Excellent shot by Korver. You knew, like he knew, it's good.
Smith against Korver. Smith the pass to Bertans. Payton outside, and Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Williams is checked in.
Williams.
1:22 left here in the first quarter. And it's Brown missing.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
And so it's Washington with it, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Bertans, and he uses the glass on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Milwaukee leading by 13. Here's Hill, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Here's Bertans, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
A floater. The offensive rebound. Nails the baby hook. Bertans got 8.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance point.
Basket good. Here's Payton. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Inside. Bertans' shot is good. 10 points for him.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
And it's Hill penetrating. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Longer than most players at his position. And with that frame, I like how George Hill uses it all to score over the defense.
Here's Connaughton. Goes back up. And Williams lays it in. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
3.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Smith. And so it's Milwaukee. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly.
I got a beautiful.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game, Bradley Beal spoke about the trust Coach Scott Brooks has in him and his teammates.
I'm in the band.
think the biggest thing is he's still young. So, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he grants us a lot of freedom. He allows us freedom on both ends of the floor to be leaders.
Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
Bucks foul. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Wagner out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Brown. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Payton in at shooting guard. And that one misses. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options. Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
That free throw good from Ilyasova. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
And so he makes both from the line.
Ilyasova, with the height of a big man, he's very much at ease and has a great release.
Now here's Payton. Kicks to Smith. Poked loose and stolen by Ilyasova. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
2 points. That one goes. Ilyasova's got 6 in the quarter.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That's good from Williams, the assist by Korver. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
Fantastic pass from Korver there to a teammate who is left all alone, seeing the court well.
Bertans' shot is good.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Connaughton, it's taken away by Payton. Swiped it away. And they pick up 2. Connaughton's got 6.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, he weasels his way to the inside there, and that little breathing room, that helped George Hill to score.
Smith against Hill. Smith kicks to Bertans. And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Matthews, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And a change for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in. Here's Wagner. We saw him with 10 points last game. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Korver. And off the front iron. Oh, and the Bucks wait.
And he's not. He wants no part of a comeback in this.
He's great. T blank. He's this one's good.
Good in the bucket. Brown's got his second basket.
I love the communication and the chemistry between those teams.
Williams gets the bucket.
They've had this now in the last 3 baskets.
Wizards trail by 18. Poked away. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee ball.
Here's a look now at what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Monday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing. Oh, great ball movement there.
Smith dishes to Brown. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Good on the shot. Brown's got 7 points. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home.
Right.
And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Thomas Bryant.
That one goes. Count it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Bledsoe. That one, no good. Wall with some nice defense. Beal, the pass to Wall. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for John Wall.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Lopez, no luck. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Washington Wizards, down by 15. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
All right, a chance to see stats for Eric Bledsoe. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews. Miami's checked in for the Wizards. Passes it to Bledsoe. Takes the 13-footer. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Bledsoe. Giannis has got 16. Wizards trail by 15. Left side, Wall. Over Bledsoe. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, nice job down low. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Plenty of space. He gets that one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Goes up on the wing, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside, Wall. To the inside. Mahimi's shot is good.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here's Giannis. Almost, but it rolls out. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Boston Celtics. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Washington shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Is you thinking I'm jumping the leak in the leak? Immediately show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Picture the open up standing for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Don't want, I just want the Lucci. Show me and all of my poochies can meet. First loose chains, take his boot down. We have chains and take him K mistakes.
There you go, fans. That was your.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beal.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
The first free throw is good. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Here's Wall following the bucket by the Bucks. And Bryant slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Wall. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
It just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
the numbers here for Middleton. 3rd in free throw shooting. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, 3rd best right now in the NBA. And he's earned it. Bryant gets a wide open look, hits it from three-point range. Bryant's got 10 points in the game.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And they get it back, and it's in there.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Wall passes to Mahimi. Here's Hachimura. Defended by Middleton. Beal, and the layup's good off the glass.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Pass to Mahimi. He kicks to Beal. And they call an illegal screen here. While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. 3rd is Chris Middleton.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Bucks leading by 19 points. Here's Giannis. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Outside, Beal. Six to shoot. Knocked away. They get it back. And Bryant slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Wall following the basket by Giannis. Down low, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Washington, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
At the line for 2.
That free throw missing.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. And the second free throw, good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 36.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
The pass to Hachimura. From 13, here's Wall. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Giannis.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And here's Wall. He has 7. The dish now to Mahimi. And Bryant slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Giannis. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Wall draws the double. Bryant's shot is off, and it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Bledsoe, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Well, when you're a scorer in the league, it's going to come in all kinds of ways. Bledsoe, that time, with the defense all over him.
It's Wall with the drive. Happy to see that one go in after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Middleton. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
Beal the pass to Bryant. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 12 in the game.
When he felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
And the rejection by Mahimi. And Antetokounmpo slams it in. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Wall against Bledsoe. Outside, Beal. The 3 from Bryant. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Launches it. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 2 block shots, and 9 rebounds. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek Freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Yeah, we gon' get it till it's ours.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain.
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Washington shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Here's Hachimura. Lopez with the block. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Now, here's Wall. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. A shot block by Giannis.
And that one drops.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Count it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
A baseline J and another basket for Milwaukee.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Wall up top, guarded by Bledsoe, and it goes down 2 points. 11 points for John Wall.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Antetokounmpo, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break. And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Timeout called the Bucks. And now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Wizards second.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Free throw, good, Bryant. Good on both. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Washington calls timeout.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
Win. I see her out flying in the wind. Y'all keep taking losses, all I know is win. Win. I just went through it again. But she geeking, she calling again. Y'all keep taking losses. sons gotta eat. When you getting money, can't worry about beef.
Wizards making a switch here. Bertin has checked in. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Wizards, right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for the Bucks, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go. He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Outside, Beal floats one up. A second chance effort. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Third personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Bradley Beal.
And something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And the first one drops. Hill, he's checked in for the Bucks. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Wizards. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Here's Matthews. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but
free throw, good. Matthews. Both free throws good from Matthews. The Wizards have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's Beal on the wing. The Wizards with another miss.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
They get it again, and that one's good by Lopez.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Wall passes to Bertans. Outside for Beal. Bertans in the post. Lopez is there. And finished off by Bertans.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here is Wall. After Wesley Matthews' score, outside Beal. Kept alive. Here's Wagner, and it's sent back by Lopez. Beal against Matthews, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Washington called for the foul. The Bucks have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Wizards, Troy Brown's checked in for Beal, and Smith subbed in for John Wall. Both free throws good from Matthews.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Smith the pass to Bertans. To the paint. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got 6.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Hill, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here is Smith. He's got 10. Fires from the wing. Bucket is good. 10 points for him.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's Connaughton. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
You want your point guard to understand when to distribute. George Hill with a great job there.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Brown wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. And the basket by Hill.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And it's Smith penetrating. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And once again, there's Ish Smith going turbo mode to get past the defense. An excellent look at the bucket off the drive.
Here's Bonga. He's got 6. Brown the pass to Smith. Uncovered. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Matthews. Bertans grabs the board. Bertans got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smith against Hill. Knocked loose. Matthews with the steal. All alone, and it's Matthews with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Washington with the ball. Smith with it. 12 points for him. Here's Wagner. Smith kicks to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Matthews. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Pass to Bonga. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Bonga's got 9.
What a look from Smith there. Ish with the dish.
Shot on the wing. Hill, no good. Washington's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Smith. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Goes up the baseline. He can't get that one. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Bonga. 9 points in the game so far. And it's Smith missing. Williams passes to Connaughton. Can't get it to fall.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Pass to Bonga. Back to Smith. Pass to Brown. Goes up again. Wagner, good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Marvin Williams. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Hill.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And yes, it's good. 16 points for Smith.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
From the wing, here's Ilyasova. No good again that time.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And finished off by Bertans.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Outside Korver. Over Brown. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Korver's got 6 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Payton. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Korver, no luck. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards.
2 minutes left.
Here's Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
First one falls for him. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
And the Wizards making a change here. Hachimura is checked in. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Washington. They're on a 12-4 run. Feeds it to Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Payton kicks to Brown. Clock at 6. In the corner, Smith with it. Another shot, and that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 19 points.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Korver. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And then for Washington, Bryant is checked in for Mahinmi. Bradley Beal comes in for Brown. And John Wall subbed in for Ish Smith. Beal gets a wide open look. No good on the quick three.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Wall against Bledsoe. There's the pass to Payton. No good on the three. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Releases, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. The feed to Beal. Great D that time from Middleton.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Payton is out there with Wall, and it's Beal in at the 3 slot. Out to Payton. Pass to Bryant. Wizards passing it around. Count the basket. Hachimura's got 21.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
They get it back, and Lopez gets it to go. The Wizard shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Bledsoe against Wall. And it's Beal in the corner. Sinks the triple.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
No good from Bledsoe. Here's Washington now. Payton outside. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Here's Brown, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Robinson against Brown. Robinson drives in. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's DiVincenzo, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Hachimura, guarded by Bledsoe, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the Bucks making a change here. Williams is checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Shabazz Napier's checked in for John Wall. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Here's Bledsoe, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Pull-up jumper from Bledsoe looking lethal. This is why you got to play up on him at all times.
Here's Hachimura. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Robinson. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Lopez. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Napier. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Here's Brown. And a great assist by Bledsoe is that in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight. And so Payton will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
I'm tall for real. I give the spill, then break the mill. Used to walk around with a big old head, little bit. Here we go now, oh my. On the road like roll tide, but I'm with them bulldogs. Let me hear the whole time. I cannot just cross side, never gonna get offside. Making power moves together, know and let it fly. Yo, okay, let's do it. You know I'm dripping through it. For the world so soft, you know it. On the track like
a different look for Milwaukee. Korver comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And a switcher also for Washington. Wagner, he's checked in for Gary Payton. And that one falls for Hachimura. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No,
it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
Down low, here's Wagner, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
Assisted by Jerome Robinson.
And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Wizards have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Napier passes to Wagner. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
Left side, Williams. Over Wagner. They grab their own miss. And another shot. And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Hachimura. Milwaukee with the rebound. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, a former number 2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. Here's Lopez. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Lopez has got 6 here in this quarter.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Sinks the 15-footer.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Here's Korver. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Washington's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now, here's Napier. He's guarded by Hill. And it's Napier missing. Bucks shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. Korver, no luck.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds, and do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And the shot goes in.
Well, the shot from Korver is all about establishing rhythm there, collecting himself and confidently elevating up and knocking that one down.
To the inside, Napier, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Over Napier. Hill, no good. Bunga deciding where to go with it. Passes to Napier. Makes it off the glass. Napier's got 6 in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Deep 2 from Hill. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
A pull up off the dribble from George Hill. That looked good. Second, you lay off him. He'll burn you.
Robinson goes in. Korver with the defensive effort.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Outside Robinson. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
First free throw is good.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options. The qualifying offer, Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years, and sometimes 4, when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
And so he hits both.
What you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. 2. Here's Hachimura. He can't get it to go. And Milwaukee the other way now. Pass to Williams. Baseline J on the way. Drained for 2 points. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
This is the confidence you love seeing. Sometimes Williams wastes no time in getting his shot off.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Deep 2 from Hill. Down it drops to the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
You know, nights like this, George Hill can be aggressive. Sometimes coaches ask him to do that. Right now, he's got it going.
Here's Bryant. Inside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
And Napier will bring it up for the Wizards. To the middle. And Bryant slams it in.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're up by 35. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Of our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Here's Hill, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control. Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Lopez. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Wizards ball.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Hill. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Hachimura. Down low, Williams comes with a double team. Basket counts.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Pass to DiVincenzo. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, nice win after the last loss. How important is it to win these home games?
We need all of them. We need every single home win we can get. And like you said, it was a good bounce-back win for us. And we got to get ready for our next game.
Great job, Wesley. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.